Hi there! Welcome to another episode of Wine About It with me, your host, Claire. I'm here with the third person evicted from Survival Trial by Fire, McKay.
It's me.
So, girl, wine about it. Tell me what happened.
Okay, I have a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
So, if I were to pinpoint who I think voted me out, I definitely think both of the guys did. And I think that because their handwriting was sloppy, I'm not sorry for that. And then I think that there was a little bit of a double crossing, which I anticipated with Abby. Because originally, I think that she wanted to vote out. So I knew that Abby was thinking about voting out John, and that Caroline was thinking about voting out John because he had votes for the time before. So we were like, well, it makes sense. Someone already thinks, obviously, and I didn't want to vote out Abby. So we moved that way. But then when I talked to Caroline and I kind of removed ourselves from Abby, Pity, and John at the beginning. And so I think that they had already collaborated and decided something that they kind of fabricated when they mixed in. But I didn't see the final vote, so I don't know. I doubt Caroline voted me out right now, but I don't know that for sure. So I'm interested in knowing because I honestly thought that it was based on my conversations between John or Abby, but I knew that Pity and John were considering me.
So, if it was them three and then you and Caroline, what reason do you think they would go for you over Caroline?
I think Caroline my strengths are not the puzzles, and that's most clearly the thing that's holding us back. And so I think there would be no reason to eliminate Caroline at this point in the process. Probably not further either, but I think that that's something that is a really big strength of hers.
Got it.
So they need that.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, well, I just have a couple more questions for you.
Okay.
So, who's the person that you think you trusted the most throughout the game today?
Caroline, for reasons because we're friends outside of this. I think that, that's my answer for that one. I'll save my other for if you have another question.
Is there anyone that you really didn't trust that gave you a really bad vibe?
The boys, John kind of gave it away. John was pretty transparent, but I think that the most deceitful is Abby. I think that she's gonna go far. She's a strong player.
Okay.
Gonna give it to her.
So this is your first time playing Survivor.
Yes.
Did you have any sort of understanding of the game Survivor coming into today, or did you kind of go in completely blind and you were just gonna wing it?
Not completely blind. I watched a few seasons.
Of the actual show?
Yes,
okay.
yes. Oh, no. Of this show.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
And so I'd seen a couple things pan out that prepared me for some of the courses and just some of the, I guess, the behind the scenes that was going to go on. So I think that was beneficial to me. Obviously not the most beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it helped.
Who do you think on the Teal Tribe is going to be out next?
I think that because even though Abby received a lot of votes in the beginning, I think that she's strong-minded enough to persuade the rest of them to vote out John next. But I foresee Caroline noticing that Abby's kind of a strong force and trying to get her out and doing the same thing and pitting them against her. So I think it's going to be probably between John and Abby.
Okay. So. And then I know it's early in the game, but is there anyone you could see winning? Who do you think might take it all?
I don't know enough about the other tribes to make that decision. No, I can't say anything with certainty.
All right. Who do you think on the Teal Tribe is kind of running it? Is there one person that's really a leader, kind of just instructing everybody else what to do?
I think that Abby kind of naturally takes that role, but I think that kind of under the radar Caroline does that too.
Okay.
Interesting.
So the show is called Wine About It, and I
Right.
have a nice glass of wine with me right now.
Right.
If you had to pick a beverage to compare your game to today, what would it be and why?
Ooh. Because I got out this early, I'd pick milk. It could be better. I could have done better.
Just a nice 2%?
No, skim.
Skim.
Mhm.
Ooh. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Ugh. All right. Well, did you have fun today?
I had so much fun.
Or would you play again?
Yes, I'd definitely play again.
Good. Well, this has been another episode of Wine About It with me, Claire, and here with McKay. This is Survival Trial by Fire. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Cheers. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is a very sad episode of Wine About It with your host, Claire. I'm here with Ashlyn, the second person evicted from Survival Trial by Fire. Ashlyn, wine about it, girl. Tell me what happened.
I already did. Honestly, it wasn't anyone's fault because it was random. It was a card. We went through three, like it was like voting, no, and then it was a card by random, and I was like, I mean, I guess that's how it be sometimes. And then I don't have good luck. I had a 25% chance.
Why did the tribe think it was better to just go in and do the votes the way you guys did it instead of sort of coming up with a strategy and a solid choice?
I think going in without really discussing it really just let people have their own opinions on who they thought was, well, honestly, it wasn't even necessarily like weakest link, just who they thought like wasn't good for the team or was a weak link. I had one vote for me. Someone probably voted me out because of the puzzle. So my brain just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But like I know I had like if I could have made it past a random, I had really good people like in the alliance that like our team was genuine, I think for the most part. And it really did come down to the like it was 2-2 Lily Grant. And then I had to vote again, so I just tried to think of what the majority would be. It wasn't even for myself, it was like what's the majority, that way like I don't get voted out. And then I'm pretty sure I flipped my vote and other people flipped their votes to try to vote with the majority. So then we still voted tied. And then because of that, like I got out because of a card. They said the ace. I literally picked up the ace. I said I really hope he doesn't say it's the ace, but it probably is.
That's heartbreaking.
It's tough. It wasn't my fault though,
Yeah.
because I only have one vote for me.
But it's still a frustrating way to go out.
It's so frustrating to go out because I actually did good this time.
Yeah.
And I did good on the challenges. I was just BSing it. I did better than I thought I would.
So, was there anyone on the Pink Tribe? I know you guys kind of were all together and in this together, but was there one particular person or two people that you just really trusted, like with your gut, that you really wanted to go all the way with?
I really trusted Matthew.
Matthew?
I really think I could have gone all the way with him. He's very nice and like, you can tell like he's smart and he had just, I think he has what it takes to make it very far in the game because he's liked by most of the team. He had no votes for him. And I think that just shows something. I think that the next person voted out will be either Grant or Lily.
Okay.
Because that's who it was to begin with. And the only reason why they stayed in was because of, I think they'll realize like who the weaker links are possibly.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
So, this is not your first time playing Survivor. You're one of two players in this game that isn't a newbie.
The other one's Grant.
So, what kind of advantage did that give you whenever you started playing today?
I feel like all except for the one person who voted for me appreciated the fact that like I had played basically this entire competition before. So like I knew, and then in the other competition like saying like pointing out certain factors like, oh, height's important for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just because of the fact I played before, it allowed me to be a good captain because I was picked as captain because by default.
Mm-hmm.
But so I feel like people just saw like that I could be a good leader because I had already gone through some of it, even though I didn't make it far and did make it far again.
So, even though it's still early in the game, is there anyone that you could see winning at this point? Like, that you think might take it all?
I don't really know any people from the other teams, just because like I was on a team and the people who I had met slightly right before like teams were put were the people I picked to be on my team. So I think Matthew could possibly win it all. I think he could go very far because he's nice and he listens to other people. He's not aggressive. And I think he even said that. He was like, I think we're all nice. Like, he's like, I'm nice, so I'd like to think I wouldn't get voted out, but we're all nice. But I really think there's just something else, like glances. Like, you can tell sometimes whenever people are, like, not necessarily, like, actually close with you. And that's what I got from Derek and possibly Lily. I felt like none of the other people would have voted me off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe he could. Grant's played before and made it very far the first time. So
Yeah.
maybe Grant, depending on what happens, who he chooses to align with. But other than that, no, not really.
Yeah. So, who do you think in the Pink Tribe is kind of running it? Like, is there one leader
It
that
was me.
really? It was you?
I'm going.
Who do you think will step up and fill that role?
Possibly Nathan.
Okay.
And the fact that in one of the challenges he was like, you guys, we should like step back, let other people try. But I think for the most part in all the group things, it was like me, which is why people were listening. They're like, you really took lead on this, like you helped on this, and like dictating. So I'm like, I hope they do good next challenge, because no one else ever really said anything besides the fact that they just kind of stared around and they were like, well, who's gonna sit out?
Yeah.
So
This show is called Wine About It, and I'm drinking a nice little red wine right here at 10 a.m. in the morning. So, what beverage would you use to describe your game today, and tell me why?
I don't know. That's a difficult question. I'd say milk.
Milk?
Yeah, because I don't drink milk and I didn't make it very far in this game either. So something that's just kind of like absent.
Just plain, like 2%, no chocolate syrup, nothing?
Yeah, just like nasty, thick white milk.
Alright, well, despite having a very frustrating ending, did you have fun?
It was stressful.
It was stressful.
I'm stressed. I'm honestly gonna go to sleep and go to bed.
Good.
Go home and go to sleep.
Alright. Well, this has been another installment of Wine About It with me, Claire. This is Ashlyn. We'll see you next time. Cheers.